It's a rainy day in LA, the 9th of January 2018. And these are my stigmata eyes. Growing a new pair, gotta grow a whole new body. I'm Milton, son of a carpenter and Mary. A dad, a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom, Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter and Mary. I get to make parables. I get to do a little genetic carpentry. The smaller, browner circles with the white around them. Inside the bluer, kind of silvery look, and maybe it's the flashlight. But that's genetic carpentry. I go in with the whole body, that's why I'm in the wheelchair. And remember, when you hear that fire engine, police car, ambulance, checking post and 5. You're trying to call me, Milton? You want to know when else America's lifelines will be hijacked? Gonna be born, it's gonna, phone ringing, error message, a business signal. Whatever it is, when you call me, when you don't get me, I don't have any 5 cents. Oh, there's one. Whatever it is, it's not gonna be born. If you need the firemen, the police, paramedics, and you're getting that. So make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me. However boring it might be, phone ringing, error message, business signal, it's not going to be boring if you need those firemen. And, yeah, educates livelihood as well. Now this is going to be my Tami parable. It's wet, it's miserable outside, the window's leaking, and somebody might come to see what that's about. Won't close properly. But I'm going to get a son of a carpenter, sugar check, and Tommy, the no-arm Chinese fella. How did he get to be missing no arms? Both arms? Well, he was brown-nosing on the Chinese streets. His boss, Wu, told him to stick his right arm into the wood chipper. And he slowly fed that right arm in. The left arm saw what was going on and jumped off. So he's missing both arms. Believe it or not, that got him a promotion. At work, Chinese streets are backwards. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. Let me get the sugar check in case I have to interrupt. In case I have to split it up. Oh, I don't need to. I'm trying to put the new one in. I only do that in the morning. Tami got a promotion at work. The Chinese streets are backwards. And he also got a girlfriend. He's always been scaly. He's Chinese. And he's always talked with his harsh lisps. And yeah, it doesn't help that I should have gotten these out first. Doesn't help that he talks with, now he likes to stick his tongue out a lot. Since he started missing both arms, or got to be missing both arms, he does a very mean snake dance. And he won Bria's heart on the dance floor there at the Snake Pit. It's a popular dance club in LA here. 342, I don't know if that's the name of the place or just a nickname, but won her heart, and she answers the door. She's at his house, and there's Tommy looking like one of those cartoon character who's just touched a power line. He's jolting around, he's walking funny, talking funny. And the guy with him is a big guy. He's one of those folks that works to trim the limbs off the power lines and then, feeds them into the wood chipper. And yes, that's how Tommy got to be missing both arms. Left arm jumped off, the right arm got chipped up. And Tommy was in a hurry to get home because Rhea had promised she's going to make a special new recipe of cat. The Orientals, they like cats and dogs, not as pets, but as dinner. And she called up her grandpa in Alabama who cooks badger and porcupine. It turns out the recipes for beef work particularly well for cat. So she promised him a new recipe, so he was hurrying on his unicycle. He doesn't like to drive. He's got a nice new car, but it hurts his teeth to drive. He had no arms. And he only needs a unicycle. He doesn't need the handlebars. He doesn't have arms. So he was rushing, and yes, it is rainy today in LA. And he wasn't looking what he was doing, and he didn't go up the ramp. He kind of hit the curb going up onto the sidewalk after crossing the street. And he bounced off of that let me see who I designed today. That unicycle onto this big pile of limbs that they were feeding into the power to the wood chipper. They're on the wheels, and they throw the chips into the back of a truck, and it's a real loud thing. And he landed on there, and the guy has he's busy. He wants to finish up. It's a rough day. It's raining. And he's reaching, not looking what he's doing. He's grabbing the limb. He's throwing it into the wood chipper. He's grabbing the limb. He's throwing it into the wood chipper. Then he grabs Tommy, and he almost throws him in, but the other guy was more observant. He said, "Hey, stop!" Oh, I got to switch this to stop, Lou. And Lou stops, and just in time, Tommy's face was like a 2 or 3 inches from the chipping apparatus. And well, I had one picked up. What did I do with it? Yeah, he stopped, and Tommy was jerking around like that and talking funny. He was in no shape. Oh, there you are. In no shape to ride that unicycle home, so he took the unicycle at the end of the day and took Tommy there to Rhea and had the unicycle put down on the porch. And he said, "Is he gonna be all right? I mean, nothing happened to him. He just got a little scared." And Rhea says, "Oh, don't worry." She wasn't thinking. She usually doesn't talk like this in front of others, non-Chinese. She's not Chinese, but she got the she likes cat. Cat's got your tongue. I wanted some more of the diner. Had a bucket. He had a bucket. Left it in the refrigerator. He didn't think she was gonna be home, and she showed up, and had some leftover cat, and she liked it. So she says, "No, don't worry about it. I'll get Tommy some cat, and he'll be all right." And the worker, Lou, just smiles. He'll tell Bubba about that when he gets back to the truck. He says, "Oh yeah, that works for me." You see, she did say cat, but he thought it was like her clever euphemism for something else. And so Tommy's gonna call it a night early, watch a little bit of Three Stooges as much as he can, kind of in shock like that. And she always has to spoon feed and fork feed him the cat. But tonight she'll have to, open up, Tommy. You had some cat. I'm Mountain South Copyright. Come see me in person. And girls, don't worry. This rain will pass. Find yourself the shelter of a good church or my arms. Remember, I'm Dad's gift to you. Find that shelter, or it'll pass. Come help it pass. Come be in this imagery. Oh yeah, the brown eyes will pass too. Doing a little, I told you about that little genetic carpeting. Come see me, and Remember, brunettes, your empty arms are right where, it's a different version of the image. right where Melton, handsome bald guy, son of a carpenter, married Stone Cold Melton belongs. We can get you some blonde hair dye. Just come see me when you can't reach me by phone, 424-229-4140. Then come see me in person. And 4260 Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Let's get started. Design some beautiful imagery, building a better world.